All right, what's up, everybody? You here with Tars Rush, playing games, chasing change. I'm trying to do the thing that I said I would do and start programming. It's kind of later than I wanted to do it, but I'm doing it. Fuck this. Um, so I'm gonna hit my EDM music because I gotta hit some EDM, get some music going for this. Oh, all right. I'm gonna start from scratch. Like scratch. I'm gonna start from the beginning of the tutorial. I'm on w3schools.com. This is an older site. It's not one of those like fucking boot camp sites that you see everybody talking about. It's not Code Platform or any of those like really innovative, cool fucking sites. It's an older site. It's something that people have been using for 10 years. When did W3 Schools even come out? W3 Schools. When did W3 Schools start? 1998, bro. This shit is like 10 years younger than me. But it's also one of the best platforms out there, in my opinion. There's a built in IDE, lets you try it out yourself. You can change it. Hello, Web3, and you can run it, and it will run and compile and display. So I find that really cool. Um, yeah. So I'm going to I'm going to be doing this. Holding myself accountable. Where we're doing an hour of coding today. It's in between days now, so I kind of screwed the pooch on that one. I should have started earlier. Like I said, holding myself accountable. I'm trying to do better. Um, so yeah. Uh, Wait. Why are you guys not getting audio? What the fuck is going on with my shit lately? All right, channel. Okay, yeah. For some reason, my music's not coming through, and I don't know. Oh God, that looks shitty. Um, for some reason, I don't know why it's not coming through. Properties, headphones. There you go. We got some music going. It's probably way too loud though. So I'll turn that down just a bit so that, I'm not killing you guys with that. Bit so that, I'm not killing you guys with that. I'm not killing you guys with that. There we go. Adjusting on the fly for you guys. Or, well, for me, but with you guys. So, learn Python. Python is a popular programming language used on a server to create web applications. Start learning Python now. Get your own Python server. I can get my own Python server with the package that I got from W3 Schools with my spaces. So that's kind of a cool thing too. Um, why, 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 what is this lag? I might have to fucking switch off of Chrome. This is fucking crazy, dude. Like I have so many issues with Chrome lately. Yeah, and it's all memory related. Like I don't fucking get it, man. It's running at 9 gigs of memory. Why? You see this shit, bro? I've got like why does it say 98 instances of Chrome? There's no way I have 98 instances of Chrome running. What the fuck is going on with my system? What? What? Why? Okay. Um, End task? What is going on, bro? Um, no, I don't want to restore that shit. W3 schools. All right. I don't understand what's going on with this shit, bro. So we're gonna go back to Python. We're gonna start learning Python now. So you guys can follow along with me. We can learn together. If anybody's interested in doing like a learning group, I'm down for working with people to get established with that. A mastermind kind of group around learning to code and develop. Um, Hold each other accountable. Talk about what we want to do every week for coding and what we intend to accomplish and whether or not we accomplish it. These are all things that can help us progress together. If you're interested in progressing together, if you're somebody who likes doing it solo, that's fine too. But the only time to start is now, you know? Like, but yeah, Python is a popular programming language. It was created by Guido von Rossum and released in 1991. Used for web development, server side, software development, mathematics, and system scripting. What Python can do. Python can be used on the server to create web applications. Python can be used alongside software to create workflows. Can connect to database systems. It can also read and modify files. Python can be used to handle big data and perform complex mathematics. Python can be used for rapid prototyping or for production ready software development. Why Python? Python works on different platforms: Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, etc. Python has a simple syntax similar to English language. Python has a syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming languages. Python runs on an interpreter system, meaning the code can be executed as soon as it is written. This means that prototyping can be very quick. Python can be treated in a procedural way, an object-oriented way, or a functional way. Good to know. The most recent major version of Python is Python 3, which we shall be using in this tutorial. However, Python 2, although not being updated with anything other than security updates, is still quite popular. In this tutorial, Python will be written in a text editor. It is possible to write Python in an IDE, integrated development environment, such as Thonny, PyCharm, NetBeans, or Eclipse, which are particularly useful when managing larger collections of Python files. I'm actually going to download PyCharm because I wanted to download PyCharm. This is probably one of the more popular IDEs, and it's also used in a lot of oh, that's professional. I don't need professional. I need community edition. Here we go. So I'm gonna download that. I'm gonna install that. I need to install Python because I did a fresh wipe. Python 3. I did a fresh wipe of my computer recently because I was having issues, and apparently I'm still having issues with my memory usage, and it seems to be centered around Chrome, sadly enough. Which I enjoy Chrome because everything I use is friggin' Android. Um, the issues I'm having with Chrome lately is friggin' frustrating at best. So I downloaded the latest version of Python. I'm installing PyCharm. I should probably install Python first, so I'm gonna install Python first. Probably the smart way to do it, right? Add Python to path. Use admin privileges when installing py.exe. Install now. Alright. This first hour is going to go by quick because I'm going to be doing a bunch of shit besides fucking installing and coding. Python syntax compared to other programming languages. Python was designed for readability and has some similarities to the English language, with influence from mathematics. Python uses new lines to complete a command as opposed to other programming languages, which often use semicolons or parentheses. Python relies on indentation using whitespace to define scope, such as the scope of loops, functions, and classes. Other programming languages often use curly brackets for this purpose. They even have Python videos. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they had that. So, this is where it tells you to start installing. I already started this part because I've installed Python before. Because I wanted to learn. I don't know if I need this or not, so I'm not going to do it. Now, I know I have Python installed because I just installed Python. As a developer, you write python.py files in an editor and then put those files into the Python interpreter to be executed. The way to run a Python file is like this on the command line. C users your name, python hello world.py, where hello world.py is the name of your Python file. Let's write our first Python file called hello world.py, which can be done in any text editor. So I can just run Notepad. Don't need this. I got a bunch of stuff from other work I was doing. Alright, so we're going to it wants us to do the print hello world. And then Files, save as. We're going to start a new folder on the desktop because I want something Python. Hello world.py. So now I should just be able to do CMD, desktop. Wait, no, it should be in my users directory. Is my desktop not here? What? Okay. I don't know why it's not there. But, I can copy path, CD, hello world.py. And it prints out hello world. So, technically, at this point, they say that congratulations, you've written and executed your first Python program. Which, this is exactly that. It's a Python program. Even though it's super simple and like, not very, like, not very technically challenging, it is a program. It does something. It makes whatever you've coded output on the screen. So, yeah. W3 School's Python Editor. We have an online Python editor where you can execute your own Python code and see the results. Editor will be used in the entire tutorial to demonstrate the different aspects of Python. Python version. To check the Python version of your editor, you can find it by importing the sys module, import sys, print sys version. So we could even copy this, right? Right. take this. New text document. Sys.py. Right? Import sys. So you're importing the system library, and then you're printing the system version, right? So now we're going to file, save as, sys.py, save. I don't know why it's saving at sys.py.text, but that's kind of annoying. Rename, no. Properties, advanced, no. Customize. All right. Well, uh, so sys.py doesn't want to work. Okay. File, save as, sys.py. Save. There we go. Now it's saved right. And then it shows my version. There we go. Second coding program done. Like I said, it's not a huge feat, but it's something, like it's progress. You learn more about importing modules in our Python module. Modules Python. How the fuck did I manage that one? Python modules chapter. The Python command line. To test a short amount of code in Python, sometimes it is quickest and easiest not to write the code in a file. This is made possible because Python can be run as a command line itself. Type the following in Windows, Mac, or Linux command line. Python. Or if the Python command did not work, you could try py. So let's try that out. Python. Okay. So now I can just print hello. Well, 1, 2, 3. Because it's quicker to do integers or hey Manic, how's it going? It's quicker to do numbers because you don't have to do the quotations if it's a string. Like, yeah, you gotta do the quotation marks because like print hello world gives you a syntax error, right? So print hello world, if I can type, gives you an error because it's not defined. Thank you, Manic. I'm starting from scratch because I figured it'll help me to learn better if I start from the beginning again rather than trying to jump in later on and kind of getting lost with things. So, yeah. Some of the things I do know, like what an integer and a string are, and like variables and booleans and stuff like that. Like I know some of this stuff already. It's just I said I'd start from the go, and I'm going to start from the go. So I do want to do the and I say it all. I said it the last time. I want to do the Pomodoro technique, but with the hour sessions, I don't think I'm going to, just because it's such a short amount of time. Um, I'm going to try to get at least up into like loops and hey King, what's up, brother? I want to get into like loops and like objects and classes and stuff before I start worrying about like hardcore um taking a break in between learning sections and then using the remainder of it to code, because realistically at this point I'm not reinforcing any better or worse habits by progressing that way. So, you know, submit answer. Next question. They have like little tests and stuff too. So that like you can reinforce your learning. Um, yeah. So, and then you could even share it on your socials, and like people can follow along with your progress and stuff. It's a really cool platform. I like it a lot. So, exit, close that down, and we'll continue here. And like they have video courses on it now. Oh, thanks, King. I trimmed it up a little bit today. Realistically, I gotta go get a haircut because my hair's getting a little crazy on the sides and the back. Um, yeah. Execute Python syntax, as we learned in the previous page, can be executed by writing directly into the command line or by creating a Python file. Um, Python indentation, variables, comments, exercises. Indentation. Indentation refers to spaces at the beginning of a code line, where in other programming languages the indentation in code is for readability only. The indentation in Python is very important. So, whereas like with JavaScript and other languages, white space doesn't really matter as much. It's more about making it easier for you to read the code and to like interpret the scope of a function or like a snippet of code and what's meant for what. With Python, the way that you indent the code affects how the code runs. So, like this is the if statement, and this being indented means that it's part of this if statement. Whereas, like with JavaScript, you might do something like did I really close my notepad out? With JavaScript, you might do something like if um 5 is greater than 2, and then you'll do a curly bracket, and then you can literally start right here, right, and say um print print um, whatever, right? And then you would be able to just and then return the value or whatever the case is. With Python, you actually have to be careful not to indent wrong. Say example syntax error because it's on the same line. It's at the same level in the interpreter. So that's something I'm not used to because like a lot of what I was doing was like JavaScript. And that's kind of most of what I've screwed around with in the past. So, built-in interpreter, I love this thing. So, if 2 is greater than 2, this will create an endless loop. I think actually, like it'll continuously try to check this status. I might have broke it, or it'll pop an error. Nope, nothing. Okay. So now, if 3 is greater than 2, 5 is greater than 2. Yeah, see? So, yeah, I mean, even though I changed this, I didn't change this. So, it's still going to say what this says because that's the result of the condition being true. All right. Number of spaces up to you as a programmer. The common use is 4, but it has to be at least 1. Okay. You have to use the same number of spaces in the same block of code, otherwise Python will give you an error. Okay. Huh. So long as it's not in the same block of code, that's fine. I wonder if I can do this. If 5 is greater than 2, else print 5 is less than 2. Let's say 1. I wonder. I'm trying to stick ahead. What's up, P? Thank you, Manic. I appreciate you coming in and showing me the support. Else if? Well, no. Else wouldn't else if be Hmm. I'm still super early though, so it doesn't really matter. I was just toying around with it. I'm still at like the second or third page in, but I'm starting it from scratch, like, cause I started mostly with like JavaScript. Yeah, I just wanted to try it. I'm not 100% sure on what it is yet either. Python variables. And Python variables are created when you assign value to it. X equals 5, Y equals hello world. Python has no command for declaring a variable. You'll learn more about variables in the Python variables chapter. Comments. Python has commenting capability for the purpose of encode documentation. Comments start with hashtag, and Python will render the rest of the line as a comment. How do you... Okay. I like doing the little exercises. Print. I didn't even read the question. Complete the cold rock. Print. Yes. Oh, yeah. Gotta remember the indentation. Got it. I might do some fishing. It all depends on if I can sell my, if I can sell my loot, because I was having an issue with selling the stuff in the store again. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'm not dumping any more money into it at this point. I'm about to be transitioning between spots. So it's one of those points where it's like, no, that's not happening. No money expense. It's bad enough I bought a new headset. It's bad enough that I had to buy a powered USB hub and, like other stuff. So, yeah, like I had to get an external hard drive so I could reformat my computer. Um, the USB hub is coming in super handy though, and it's running really well. I didn't expect it to run as well as it's running. No, transitioning work. My contract for Blast Royale is ending on the 18th, so I'm in the offboarding process with them right now. Yeah, so I'm actually looking at one spot. I've been talking with them for a little while now, and I've been waiting for them to get back to me with the contract. Yeah, yeah. And then I have another spot that I actually just put in for that I'm kind of hopeful for, honestly. So it's a business dev spot. So it kind of fits with what I do. I tend to spend a lot of time connecting people and bringing people together. Um, and I'm sure that I could source leads for them for generating business in the future, and connecting them with other projects that might need their services. So I'm hopeful for that one. Um, and I also have I mean, I'm starting to do my streaming thing more now. So yeah, bro. I watched Mizzy play Raven Quest for 2 hours earlier, and all I did was chat with him and the chat and his wife. Like, dude, it was just such good conversation for the whole 2 hours that he was streaming. We just yapped, and I had so much fun. Man, I can talk. I can fucking talk, bro. But I do also have to stream Shatterline too. I've got we're coming up on the 15th, and I know that I've got two more, at least 4 more hours I need to stream for them. Um, not that I don't want to play the game, but like I'm trying to do a bunch of different things at the same time. Um, all right, creating starts with, and Python will ignore them. Yeah, the end of a line, and Python will ignore the rest of the line. Does not have to be text that explains code. It can also be used to prevent Python. Yeah. This is the part I wanted to see. Add a multi-line comment. You could insert a hashtag for each line, or not quite as intended, you can use a multi-line string. Since Python will ignore string literals that are not assigned to a variable, you can add a multi-line string triple quotes in your code and place your comments inside of it. Okay, so it's sort of like the back tick for like Discord when you want to do the block quote. You type the back quote 5 times, 3 times, and it gives you the block. Dark Knight builds. Ooh. I always happen to do like the mage builds, man. Like I wanted to do the one with Shadow. I wanted to do like a rogue mage build, but I ended up well, I didn't screw up. It started me back with my wizard um archetype first, which messed me up because then I had the fuck was it? Because then I had the staff. My brain just didn't want to go. Um, I have issues with it lately. It don't like me anymore. I used to be so good at shit like this. Like I used to pick shit up so quick. I used to Man, I used to learn so fast, and now I've gotten to the point in life where like I just don't use my brain as much as I used to. So now my brain doesn't want to work normally, let alone for learning. As long as the string is not assigned to a variable, Python will read the code but then ignore it, and you have made a multi-line comment. Okay, correct. So now this one, 3, and 1, 2, 3. All right. Variables are containers for storing data values. Creating variables. Python has no command for declaring a variable. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. X equals 5, Y equals John, print X, print Y. Variables do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. X equals 4, X is a type of int, X equals Sally is now a type of string. Okay, this is a weird concept to me. But casting, if you want, see, I'm worried that like I'm kind of gonna screw myself by learning Python first because like um setting types and stuff and like memory management and stuff like that is like super important from what I hear for C++, and I'm gonna eventually need to learn C++, but this will get me into the habit of coding faster. I think from what everybody says, learning Python is so much quicker than C++. JavaScript can be quicker too, um, but it's still not as like in depth as C++. So, whew, yeah, jeez. All right, casting. If you want to specify the data type of variable, this can be done with casting. X equals string and then 3. X will be 3. Int 3, which will make Y an integer of 3. Float 3, which will make it a decimal 3.0 decimal floating point number. Okay. Get the type. You can get the data type of a variable with the type function. Print type, and then it'll print the type instead of the actual variable, right? Yeah, as far as I remember. It'll be the type. Class int string. Yep, class string. Class int, class string. Okay, good. You'll learn more about data types and casting later in this tutorial. Okay, so I guess there is more information that you need based on it. Single or double quotes. String variables can be declared either by using... Oh, okay. Single or double quote. Okay. Case sensitive. Variable names are case sensitive. Whew. Okay. What is the correct way to declare a Python variable? I was thinking like JavaScript. I was going to go for that first one. True or false? You can declare string variables with single or double quotes. True. True. Oh, wait, no. False. Variable names are case sensitive. So, select the correct function type. Select the correct functions to print the data type of a variable. So it'll go print and then type my var. Submit. All right, next. I kind of want to see what their videos are like.
Hate using a coding flow to set up CI/CD configurations? Me too.
Because, like, I haven't seen any of their stuff. Oh, this is only 5 months ago, too.
Let's check it out real quick. It has a simple and sleek visual editor.
Hey there, coders.
Oh, they
Today
have
we're
a
exploring
whole
Python
thing.
Think of variables as containers for storing data values. In Python, creating a variable is as simple as assigning a value to it. Here's an example.
Oh, that is
In
cool,
this
dude.
code, x is a variable that holds the number 5, which is an integer.
I didn't
And
know they
y
had
is a variable
this.
that holds the text John, which is...
I may not stream my whole. Well, no, I could stream it and watch the videos and like watch along with everybody. I guess. I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing ever. And then y'all don't have to hear me talking the whole time about like or reading shit. What was that? Okay, I got that set up. Let me set up the PyCharm too. 1.9 gigs. Jeez. Create desktop shortcut. Open and okay. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Install. Alright. Variable names. A variable can have a short name like X and Y, or a more descriptive name. Age, car name, total volume. Rules for Python variables. A variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. Variable name cannot start with a number. Variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Variable names are case sensitive. Variable name cannot be any of the Python keywords. Oh no, why does it take... I didn't want it to take me off the page. Did it take me to the page prior? Oh, come on. Here we go. Python keywords. Alright, so I've got this in case I need it. Example, legal variable names, my var, my var, my var, my var, my var. Okay, legal variable names, to my var, space, okay. Variable names are case sensitive. Multi-word variable names. More than one word can be difficult to read. There's several techniques that you can use to make this more readable. You got camel case, which is lowercase, then uppercase, then uppercase. Okay. Pascal case. Each word starts with a capital letter. And snake case. Each word is separated by an underscore character. Okay. This one. Next. X. Number 50. Done. Next. Alright, Python variables. Assign multiple values. Oh, okay. So many values to multiple variables. So I can separate. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that you could do that. Huh. Make sure the number of variables match the number of values, or else you will get an error. One value to multiple variables. Assign the same value to multiple variables in one line. Huh. Unpack a collection. If you have a collection of values in a list, tuple, etc., Python allows you to extract the values into variables. This is called unpacking. I'm friggin' tired. Alright. Example. Unpacks a list. Fruits. So this is an array, basically. Fruits equal apple, banana, cherry. XYZ equals fruits. There's a correct syntax to add the value hello world to 3 variables in one statement. XYZ. Right here, yep. What? It should be this one. Oh no, it's not. Derp. Okay. This one would be commas because there's multiple. Oh, why did I was right. Alright. Next. Output variables. Output variables. The Python print function is often used to output variables. X equals Python is awesome, print X. Yep. In the print function, you output multiple variables separated by a comma. X equals Python, Y equals is, Z equals awesome, print X, Y, Z. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. So it just separates them by a comma, but it keeps the spacing, which is kind of cool. With like JavaScript, I would have to include the spacing if I'm not mistaken. So it's a little different. Like I would have to include the spacing in these. Like there would have to be a space here, space here, space here, or yeah. Or a space here and a space here. One of the two, but you can use the plus operator to output multiple variables. Okay, but this one won't be the same as the other one. Oh, yeah, it is. Why is it the same, though? Because there's 2 spaces here. Why is it spacing in between each of them? That's odd to me. Notice the space character Oh, because they have the spaces built into them. So yeah, see, it's the same thing. Notice the space character after Python and is without them. The result would be Python is awesome. One word. Yep. For numbers, the plus character works as a mathematical operator. 5 x equals 5, y equals 10. Print x plus y would be 15. Yep. There we go. In the print function, when you try to combine a string and a number with the plus operator, Python will give you an error. The best way to output multiple variables in the print function is to separate them with commas, which even support different data types. Okay, so that would be 5 John because it's separated by the comma. Alright, that makes sense. Consider the following code. Print hello world. What will be the printed result? Looks like it'd be that one. Yeah. A plus B, that would be hello world here. There's no space. Yep. Considering the following code, A plus B equals 9. Yep. Alright. Woohoo! Another section done. Flying through them. It's only 46 minutes in. I think I might be able to get to like numbers or data types at least. I'll get through probably. Global variables. Global variables that are created outside of a function, as in all of the examples in the previous pages, are known as global variables. Global variables can be used by everyone, both inside of functions and outside. Create a variable outside of a function and use it inside the function. X equals awesome. Define my func. So it's defining a function, my func, and then it's printing Python is plus X, which would be awesome. It's got the space there, so it keeps the spacing. Alright. If you create a variable with the same name inside a function, this variable will be local and can only be used inside the function. The global variable with the same name will remain as it was, global and with the original value. Okay, create a variable inside a function with the same name as the global variable. So x equals awesome on the global scope. On the local scope for my func, x equals fantastic. So print Python is plus x would be is fantastic. And then the second one would be is awesome. Global keyword. Normally when you create a variable inside of a function, that variable is local and can only be used inside that function. To create a global variable inside of a function, you can use the global keyword. Define my func global x equals fantastic, my func, and then that ends the function, and then print is called outside of, or x is called outside of the function and printed into the print statement. Okay. And then Python is fantastic. Also, use the global keyword if you want to change a global variable inside a function. Example, to change the value of a global variable inside a function, refer to the variable by using the global keyword, global x equals fantastic, and then my func, and now fantastic should be x on the global level instead of awesome. So it should only print Python is fantastic. Python is awesome. global. Oh, where the fuck did I type that? Global. Literally the same problems I was looking at before. Huh. So you're gonna play Raven? Are you playing Raven Quest already, Peter? Or test yourself with exercises. Now you have learned a lot about variables and how to use them in Python. Are you ready for a test? Test your Python variables skills with exercises from all categories. Okay. Now, correct way to declare a Python variable. Declare string variables with single or double quotes. True. Which Goblin Quest? There's a new Goblin Quest? No, I wish you luck with ah. I think they're supposed to be in Raven Quest, aren't they? Are Raven Crest? Hmm. That's a good question. I can try to see if I can find out for you later. Now, I hit the wrong button. Car name. Volvo. Why did it do that? Volvo. There we go. Margrove. That's the one just north of Ravenquest along the coast, isn't it? What is the correct syntax to add the value hello world to 3 variables in one statement? That'd be all the equals. Yes. Yeah, north, northwest. These would be commas. This is apple, banana, cherry. ABC equals fruits. Print A, prints apple. These are the same exact questions I answered earlier. And the problem with shit like this is I remember them all. And like I can remember what the answers were and shit. Because even though like it was like 5 problems ago, it's still like fresh in my brain. Hello world, what would be the printed result? A equals hello, B equals world. As I get closer to... Oh, I think I just did this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just did this one. Yep. Python is awesome. Global. Like, I don't even have to read the question because I literally remember. Fantastic. I remember the answers from what I just did before. Alright, Python data types. Built-in data types. In programming, data type is an important concept. Variables can store data of different types, and different types can do different things. Python has the following data types built in by default in these categories. Text type, string. Numeric type int float complex. That's a new one for me. Sequence types. So a list looks like an array to me. I don't know what a tuple is. And a range. Mapping type dict. Would that be a map in JavaScript? Like, I, I had to stop thinking along the lines of JavaScript because I don't really know JavaScript that well. So it doesn't help me to really know. Dict, set, frozen set. I wonder what a frozen set is. Boolean, bool, binary, bytes, byte array, and memory view. Okay, none type is none type. Because that would be like null? Almost an hour already, dude. Holy shit. Getting the data type. You can get the data type by the type function, which we went over earlier. Type, yeah. Setting the data type. In Python, the data type is set when you assign a value to a variable. X equals hello world sets a string. X equals 20 sets an int. X equals 20.5 sets a float. X equals 1j is complex. What the fuck is that? That's weird. X equals apple, banana, cherry is a list with the square brackets. With the parentheses, it's a tuple. What's the difference? X equals range 6. I want to know what the difference is here. Like, I'm... Okay, these are objects. A dict is an object, then. And a list is an array, I would guess. Or a tuple's an array. Okay, so set. Okay, what's the difference between a set and a fucking list or a tuple then? Frozen set. I guess I'll learn it. I'm just being impatient. I want to know what this is. Doesn't help me. Byte array 5. Memory view bytes 5. None equals none type. Setting the specific data type. Which is literally what I just saw up here. Right? Yeah. Okay. X equals 5 was the correct syntax for printing the data type of this variable of the variable X. Print type X. What data type would that be? It'd be an int. Why does it keep doing that? I'm about to like try to see if I can get this situated so I'm a little more comfortable while I'm doing this. Because I have like a keyboard thing that'll roll out, but it doesn't roll because when I put it together, it didn't work right. So I've never had my keyboard on my keyboard roller. It's always been like on my desktop, which most people would probably find weird. But for some reason, it's oddly comfortable for me, and I play games really well with it, even considering. Um, the following code example would print the data type of X. What data type would that be? String. Next question. That's a float. That is a list. Um, that's a tuple. 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 Fuck. Set. A dict. Fuck you. You dict. You dict you. Maybe they have a lot of people on the network right now. A lot of people starting to fish for the weekend. X equals true. That's a bull. I mean, realistically, it's not like I really had to memorize all that. Oh yeah, I've seen like 300. It might just be that there's network congestion on base right now. Is there an event or something going on possibly? I've been wearing the friggin' hat so much in the house because it's been so cold that like all of my scalp is like drying up. I gotta start using some more moisturizing shampoo. It's been killing me. But like that itchy dry scalp from friggin' wearing the friggin' hat is ugh. Ah. I also have to get a haircut too, so I don't know. There are three numeric types in Python: int, float, and complex. Verify the type of, yeah, I know, type function. Hmm. Float or floating point number is a number, positive or negative, containing one or more decimals. Float can also be scientific numbers with an e to indicate the power of 10. Okay. But wouldn't that be like a float? Or is that just E built in? Oh, yeah, it is a float, but it's not a complex for some reason. Complex numbers are written with a J as the imaginary part. Still don't know what the fuck complex numbers are. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah. Well, if you manage to get a monk before I do, I got something for you. I'm pretty sure you didn't do the friggin' stream, so. Oh, no, yeah, it's a good something. It's from the Twitch drops. Type conversion. You can convert from one type to another with int, float, or and complex methods. Okay. Hmm. All of their monks are supposed to be custom, as far as I know. They don't want any of them to be like weird common ones. That's I don't think that's I think that's why they didn't implement them directly into the game, and they've been holding off on it and like giving them away slowly because I think it gives them time to work with people to adjust the monks to what they want them to be. Oh, yeah, no, that'd be awesome with like the friggin' top hat and everything. That'd be cool as fuck. I still don't know what complex numbers are for, but I'm gonna learn eventually, I guess. You cannot convert complex numbers into another number type. Okay. Random number. Python does not have a random function to make a random number, but Python has a built-in module called random that can be used to make random numbers. Input the random Import the random module and display a random number between 1 and 9. Okay. Well, I hope you win it, dude. Okay, so I'll learn more about that later on. Nice, dude. I was gonna try to snag some land, but I missed it. Hmm. Yeah. I don't blame you, dude. I mean, realistically, oh, you were able to get a medium? Damn. Baller. How long did it take for them to sell out of like the larger land slots? Because I thought that they still had land slots available. They were just doing like forums for them because like they didn't sell out or whatever. Okay. So there may be times when you want to specify a type onto a variable. This can be done with casting. Python is an object-oriented language, and as such, it uses classes to define data types, including its primitive types. Casting in Python is therefore done using constructor functions. Int constructs an integer number from an integer literal, a float literal, by removing all decimals, or a string literal, provided the string represents a whole number. Float constructs a float number from an integer literal, a float literal, or a string literal, provided the string represents a float or an integer. String constructs a string from a wide variety of data types, including strings, integer literals, and float literals. Hmm. Hmm.
You make me feel like a bad girl.
Hmm. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Keep seeing something popping up in the corner of my screen. I keep my eye out for that. I don't know what the hell it is.
Feel like a bad girl. You make me feel. You make me like a bad girl. You make me feel. You make me feel like a bad girl. You make me. You make me. You make me feel like a bad girl. Feel like a.
Yeah. A lot of places do that though. Like token sales. They'll do like a tiered token sales scheme, but they'll make it seem like this is your last chance to buy. Or they'll do like an airdrop and be like, "Oh, your last chance to get in on the airdrop and earn," but then they'll have multiple seasons. Or like with same thing with like NFTs in general. There's so much shit.
Feel like a bad girl.
If they did that, then they would. Realistically, though, for one person, the whole industry isn't gonna go nuts. Which kind of sucks because like it's usually the one-offs that get screwed like that.
Bad girl.
I couldn't imagine they would want to risk their business to do something like that though. But
Bad girl.
why isn't it clicking? Oh, there we go. I'm over my hour. It's an hour and 15 minutes. All right, I'm up to Python strings. So we're gonna keep that. We got a long way to go. Um, I'm gonna bookmark this for the next stream. Hmm. Bookmarks bar. Python strings. Dude, do it, man. I'm not coding yet. I'm learning. Like I'm still at like the infantile stage of being a coder. Like I know enough code that I could probably get in trouble with it, but not enough to cause trouble with it. Um so I'm hoping to get to the point where I can cause trouble with it and not just get in trouble with it. But yeah, I've got this bookmark now. I'm gonna I'm gonna take this chance to go and get some sleep because I'm starting to fall out. It's 1 o'clock, 1:10 in the morning already. I've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. Um, I still got to do another 4 hours of streaming Shadowline over the weekend. and another 4 to 8 hours of streaming coding for this weekend, in my opinion. Um, so it's gonna be an interesting long weekend. Yeah, dude, thanks for coming and hanging out and just chatting along with me. I appreciate everybody who's been in here. If anybody wants to like do some programming grouping, we can start a little group chat on Discord or Telegram or something. We can hold each other accountable. We can like meet up weekly and have a call and like all discuss where we want to be for the week, what we want to go over. Sort of like a little mastermind. I want to join a mastermind group. I just want to join a mastermind group. Mastermind groups sound like they're so cool and so much fun if you have the right people. Um, but that's kind of what I want. I want like that support structure of people around me who are looking to progress and grow and succeed in the endeavors that they're trying to take on. And right now my endeavor happens to be coding, so I'm looking for other people who may want to code. And join a group about people who are interested in coding and to discuss ideas and discuss projects and discuss where you want to be next week and help hold each other accountable for doing what we want to do or not doing the things that we wanted to do and being like, dude, come on, we can do it, you can do it, do better, or be like, hey, congratulations on achieving your goals, like just a good supportive group of people. So if you're interested in having something like that or forming something like that, let me know. Hit me up on DMs on Twitch, Twitter, um, Discord if you know my Discord. It's Taurus. It's pretty simple. Taurus Rush on Telegram. So yeah, just hit me up. I'm always down to chill. I'm always down to talk. I'm always looking for good, uh, positive influences on my life because I'm enough of a negative influence on myself. Having positive influences around me is super helpful. So, thank you again, guys, for joining me. This was Taurus Rush, playing games, chasing change, learning some Python coding. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks again for hanging out, everybody. Bye, Peter. Good luck with the